Hashtag bring the old passive back, please. Finally, thank you for bringing this back. The night passive ability is finally back. Hello and welcome to another JMP video. I'm the host JonNario, and today I'm going to be talking about the Retribution, essentially just giving us the old pre-Adventures Update passive ability back, and it's going to be better than actually ever. I'm just going to be doing pretty much a little bit of a history lesson. For those you may be wondering why am I doing in Dells, I wanted to just showcase you how does it work better in Dells. Let me just put in that define file before I actually just get deleted, because probably I might just get deleted in this boss battle because it's depth of 104 with this stats. Yeah, they're not good. Anyways, yeah, and today's videos I'm just going to be talking about mainly over the Retribution. Just telling you guys, for those who have not used the character pre-Adventures Update, pretty sure a lot of you didn't use the night pre-Adventures Update. Let's be real, no one used the night back then. Night right now is pretty rare, but back then was just ridiculously rare, to the point that back then, before the rework, before they actually just drop in the Eclipse update, when maximum power rank was around 21,000 power rank, if you actually saw a knight over 16,000 power rank, then that was rare. Like, knight over 16,000 power rank was close to top 10 in power rank actually. That's how crazy it was. Anyways, I just went a little bit of a random tangent. Yeah, it's like 4:30 in the morning, so cut me some slack. But yeah, I'm going to just tell you a little bit of a story regarding like the night Retribution, and pretty much why am I so happy and excited, because you know, I have been maining the night since 2016. I have been using the character pretty much since I started playing the game. Using the character for 5 years, I have seen the ups and downs on this character, and right now with this update, it's the biggest up that you're going to ever see with this character. And I just wanted to share with you guys like a little bit of a story, not only a story, but also obviously why this is pretty good, and why was I just asking for the old passive ability back literally all the time, ever since like back in 2018 when I make that video that you saw in the intro. So yeah, I am going to be just talking about Retribution. So Retribution, just going over back before the actual rework of the ability. Retribution, what it used to do is when you took damage, your sword would glow, making your next basic attack deal extra damage. The basic attack back before the rework on the knight, and yes, I need to just reiterate that yes, the knight did get reworked back in 2017 on the Adventures update. It was the second ever rework. The first one was Fate Trickster, if you're wondering. So the knight back then, before the rework, actually used to deal 1.15 times damage multiplier on each and every single hit on the basic attack. But when the sword would glow, it would dish out a total of 6.5 times damage multiplier for one hit. Like the sword had like the glowing had like a 3-second cooldown, and yeah, that was essentially like the old passive ability. So it would just make your basic attack deal extra damage when you took damage, which it was pretty good because the knight was much weaker. Spirit Square had a cooldown. Most of the abilities used to deal much less damage, with the exception of the Spirit Square that still dealt 8 times damage, but the basic attack used to deal like 1.15, and with the passive ability it used to go upwards of 6.5 if you took 1 damage, but it had a 3-second cooldown. But it still didn't matter because you were just continuously attacking back then with the basic attack, since it dealt really low damage. Essentially the passive ability was the only thing that you were used to rely to kill enemies, especially regarding Shadow Towers back then. And when they dropped the actual rework update on the Adventures update, they upped the damage on the basic attack from 1.15 to what it is right now on the live server at 2.5. And they removed essentially the sword glowing. They just removed that completely and just made it to what it is right now on the live server, which is the last line that you see right here. Basic attack reduces the target outgoing damage by up to 10%. On the live server is 5%, but in this update got buffed to 10%. And additional attacks refresh the debuff. That is what it is right now on the live server. That's it. That's the whole entirety of the passive ability, which is essentially useless. But right now what it does is every time the knight takes damage, they will store out Retribution that increases damage for the next attack, and this can stack up to 3 times, dealing additional damage for each stack. So if I go towards this enemy right around here, if that enemy hits me, you're going to see that my sword will just immediately glow. That was going to make my next basic attack against enemies dealing 7 times damage multiplier, which is ridiculously strong because if I take 2 or even 3 hits, because another thing is that back then it used to have 3 seconds of cooldown. Right now it has no cooldown whatsoever. So if you take 3 hits, just immediately you're going to go into stage 3 into this basic attack. You're going to be dishing out some extra damage on this basic attack, making your basic attack dish out from 7 times damage multiplier in stage 1 to 13.5 times damage multiplier in stage 3. And not only that, to top it all out, then I actually did get buff in this update, making the basic attack now deal from 2.5 times damage multiplier to 4.55 times damage multiplier. So the knight not only does extra damage from each and every single basic attack, now it also has retribution, which it just makes the knight just dish out more damage. And it is actually really good, because it means that if you're just attacking, let's just say a boss right here, and the boss keeps attacking, you're going to see that I am going to be dishing out extra damage all the time. So let me just go into the actual just spike, so because this boss is actually not even hitting me, it's only hitting me with the smash ability. It's essentially going to be that, like the boss is not even hitting me. What the hell is wrong with you? Let me just search another boss that can actually hit me. Now let's just see if this boss actually does damage to me. Like that last boss was just like missing right in front of me. I'm just going to keep attacking with my basic attack, and then all of a sudden you're going to notice that, you know, sometimes you saw like those 4 mil, like that is just going to be retribution just taking into effect. If there's like a boss like the Vengeful Pinata God, which spawns like a lot of the small enemies, where let's just say you don't one-shot them, but all of those enemies just keep hitting you like crazy, and maybe you can just hit the boss with like stage 2 or stage 3 and stuff like this. It's just going to be the thing that you're going to see with the knight. Like the knight is just going to be dishing out some extra damage alongside the already buff that the knight already received, and stuff like bossing is just going to be even better, because not only did the basic attack got increase in damage output from 2.5 to 4.55, but also retribution is going to be right there just taking into effect. And there's a lot of enemies just hitting you all at the same time, which, you know, can happen in delves specifically because there's a lot of enemies, and you can just keep attacking with your basic attack and it will just keep doing a lot more damage. Let me just kill this boss before I actually lose this room. Overpower Shadow Hunter, let's get it. You can actually just see why I am so happy in regards to the knight, because one of the things that just made the knight, like the passive ability, so good, it was that it is just extra damage. It is no setup. You're literally not doing anything. You're literally just playing the character and you're getting bonus damage from just taking damage. That's about it. And it just makes, you know, the character a little bit better, and you can just keep just running around, keep killing all of the enemies. If you take like multiple hits right there, like I took 2 hits immediately right there, like sometimes you take even 3 hits, and you're going to see like it is just so good because it's no setup, and just no setup, doing 7 times damage multiplier without any setup every single time that you actually do take damage from an enemy. And sometimes you can even go upwards, so even 9 times damage or even 13.5 times damage multiplier. Those are pretty ridiculous. And it's going to be even more ridiculous because it's only activating from your basic attack. So if you're just using, let's just say, your basic attack, and then you end up using something like Spirit Square to finish off a couple of little enemies here and there, and then you keep taking damage from all of the enemy, it does stacks up your actual ability, your retribution, because you're not using your basic attack, you're using Spirit Squire. And obviously Spirit Squire did get a damage buff. It wasn't a whole lot, but it still also did get a damage buff. So Spirit Squire is still going to be a really good ability that you might end up being used like a whole lot, especially in dungeon grinding. Like the Spirit Squire is still going to be better than just running around basic attack as an endgame knight. Just letting you know before you ask. You have no idea how happy I am in regards to all of this. You know, I've been asking this for years, and now that we have a good passive ability for the knight, and it's even better than it used to be before, and now the knight is even stronger. Like, I cannot be even more happier for as a knight main. Now the only thing that we need is a better dodge, smash to be useful. I wouldn't mind just removing smash for a new ability, let's just be real, and that's about it. Pretty much essentially everything else just remains the same, and there you go, just perfect knight right there. But yeah, for me, just please give us a good dodge now. I'm not asking for much, but my god, why is it so terrible? Why is it literally the worst dodge in the game? But yeah, at least the old passive ability was one of the things that I just wanted with this character. And now that it is right there, you can dish out some really nice extra damage with the knight. I got no script, I got essentially no words. I'm just happy that this is a thing, me as a knight main for multiple years. And now that seeing that this is here once again, alongside a stronger basic, I cannot be even happier. But anyways, I'm just going to kill this boss with a Shadow Hunter and just call it a day. But yeah, that's essentially going to be everything in regards to the knight in general, like the knight changes. I didn't go over all of the changes that the knight received, but mainly just going over the basic attack like Retribution and the basic attack damage increase. And yeah, Jesus Christ, this weapon profit, both Heltra and Gladiator. Oh my god, that is just the worst combination that you can ever get. Gladiator, Heltra. But yeah, that's essentially what I just wanted to talk about regarding the knight. I just wanted to geek out because I went crazy when I just saw it that they just brought it back. I just went crazy. I'm like, oh damn, I really want to do a video just regarding this. I really want to do a video. I don't care if it is just a terrible video in terms of like, yeah, there isn't a lot of information like what I normally try to do in most of my videos. I try to just be as informative as I can. But in the case of this one, I just wanted to talk about, I just wanted to nerd out because obviously as someone that's been maining the knife for 5 goddamn years, you know, stuff like this, it just makes me happy. And, you know, we have not seen any changes for the knife for 4 years now. So yeah, I definitely seeing this, it just makes me happy. Anyways, thank you for watching, thank you for sticking around as always. I apologize if this wasn't a video that was like too much information. It was just me geeking out and just talking nonsense over the knight passive ability. Why do I think it's so good, and finally is it here, like all of that stuff. Like I just wanted to talk about it, so here I go. I will do a separate video over going over all of the buffs, but seeing that pretty much all of the characters have been getting updates every single day, not all of them but some of them, I'm just going to wait out until they are done with the patches and just patching all of the characters, so I can actually just do a video, a finalized video, just going over all of the buffs and nerds on all of the characters. So yeah, anyways, thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe for more content like this, and I hope to see you next time. Take care and keep on hunting. Yeah.